birthday bags. Bags, neat bags. The readers are ready. They're reading. They're getting the items ready. I just need them to come this way. But yeah, we're good.
Good morning, Bethany Burton. Good morning. My name is Brandon Burton. I'm the executive director here at Bethany Burton's camp. Have been for a few years, 21 to be exact. That is much less interesting than how many years Bethany Burgess has been here, which is 60. This is our 60th birthday. I think we should start today by singing happy birthday to Bethany Burgess. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Anyone else have a 60th birthday or anniversary today? This year. Raise your hand if you have a 60th birthday or anniversary this year. Or just one? And Neil, is this a birthday or an anniversary? So you have a happy birthday, Neil.
Russell turned 75.
Wow. Nice. Happy anniversary. So at the auction, we usually have two goals. We do lots of stuff, but there's two goals for this morning. One is there's a word that I'm not allowed to say as a Mennonite. It's the N word. Money. So one goal is to raise money, not so much so that we can have a lot of money, but so that we can give it away to kiddos who need it. That's goal number one. Number two is have fun. This is fun. So let's do that. Let's have fun. Enjoy being together. Hang on, auctioneer saying something.
I said the fun part is from your perspective. This is work. But they can make it fun.
We'll give you an extra donut.
Two extra.
Two extra donuts. Thanks again, Philippines, for the donuts. Very yummy. So I want to tell you a short story about an 8-year-old girl who started coming to camp maybe 15 years ago. My math is a little fuzzy. She really loved camp and just exuded joy and love. And so that same girl is here today. I won't say any names, but she came to camp, and then she worked at camp, and she worked at camp. And we have a staffing transition coming up this year, this fall, which you'll hear about a little later. And she said, what can I do? How could I help during this transition? And she's helping them, working hard. So that brings some encouragement to me, and I'd like to share that with you. It's fun to see people come up through. Many of you were campers or somehow participated in the life of camp, and here we all are today. And if you have not participated much in the life of camp, it's not too late. Meatball, do you have anyone to announce our announcements?
Again, welcome. We're so glad you are here. You can find bathrooms out at the bath house and here in the pavilion. Through the door past the food and beverage. You'll need it after you drink your mug club mug full of coffee. Speaking of mug club, you can buy your mug from the bidder number table or the food and beverage table. Speaking of buying things, you can use your bidder number to buy everything except for camp store items. Camp store items get purchased separately. Everything else goes to your bidder number. You can get duplicate bidder numbers for everyone in your crew and Before you leave the auction, please check out. This is very important. You do it when you pick up your bidder number. When you cannot pay later, you can pay now with credit card, cash, or check. This crape store is open. See the clock near the crape store. New for the 20th annual benefit auction, the Arts and Crafts Market. You can shop and purchase whatever you like. Check out at the clerk near the market and food and beverage table. Lunch will be served after the auction around 12:30. Let's have a big round of applause for the sponsors, Gallatin and Flynn and Company, and Jesse BBQ, the sponsoring lunch, so all your dollars can go straight to the campus. Let's have another big round of applause for the work we can make this happen tonight, including the staff, the auction committee, the kitchen crew, and Sandy Oliver, our auctioneer.
And a round of applause for these two.
Apparently did not write our third sponsor, Granite Air Center. Thank you very much. Sandy, I have nothing left to say this time.
You know?
No. Do you?
I do myself.
Let's hear it.
All right, hey, it is good to be back. How many years as auctions is how many years I've been up there? And it gets funner. And the greater part is the younger people get grayer. And we lose some older people. And the younger crowd's moving forward. And the great part about our responsibility as the older person is to keep this going. That's why you're here. Do we need to all drive to Bethany this weekend? There's so many ways to give. There's so many good causes. But to be able to meet these people, the younger people, and generations, and it happened 60 years ago. This was even a dream, okay, and what it gave the ground. When you look at the Christian camping at Meadowland, Spruce Lake, and here, pointing people to Christ and letting them know that there is hope and they can do so much. So that's where my little sermon, it's not about what did you pay, it's about who did we help get here. These staff does not make, well, Meatball's probably a millionaire now. She's been here so long. Christ said, don't pay me anymore, that's enough. Anyhow, that's my sermon. Don't even think twice. If I say you're out, it's because you're out. And if you want to be in, you got it. And it's very, I got Fred up here. I think he has a longing to get a mic in his hand. I think Gavin does, because he want to be an auctioneer. Anyhow, we do very little of this because the internet is taking us out of it. So it does have fun. Len Walters came up with me this morning, and of course, Dad has been here for years. He'd have been 102 yesterday. I think he was up here on his 95th birthday. So yeah, very little thought process. If I'm asking for more money, you give it because there's a need. Okay? So we're going to get on with that. Don't forget to thank your sponsors. And I told Fred if he really wants to make money, he just takes people bids twice. But now we're good, and we're off to there. We got our clerkers. Let's see, I forget this young man's name. Poncho. They're not real names. So we're off to go. My wife couldn't be here today. She just happens to be in Croatia. And she said, have fun. And I said, we will. And I said, the donuts are great. So here we go. We're on to lot number 1, and I'm not going to read all any. I appreciate that everyone can read. But please remember to thank your sponsors, because they are the ones that made the donation. You're making a contribution. And until I won't ask the IRS ruling on the difference between a contribution and a donation, I'll let the accountants handle that. Okay. Here we go. Lot number one, we're off and running, and face value for face value. Somebody give me $50 and go, 50 with a 50, 50, 50, I have a 75, I have a 75, one quarter, quarter, one quarter, half, 75, I have 75, 200, 2, and a quarter, man, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, you're on your own, Fred. I'm a 2, 2 and a quarter, I'm a do, you get 2 and a quarter, quarter, yes, you know, do, you get 2 and a quarter, I'm a do, you get 2 and a quarter. $200. And it, yeah, baby, 843. Thank you. And if you're standing up, Fred can vouch, we don't see anything but silhouettes. Okay, because from here looking out, I don't want you to close the doors because I love the red leaves. But if you're on the back moving, a wait and a nod is not going to get it. The Lord loves a cheerful giver. Get your hands up, wave them. We won't miss you more than one. Here we go. 2 pair of recycled sweater mittens. And we're selling them by the pair. Take 1 or 2. And don't forget to thank all these young runners. Here we go. Give me $100 a pair. 100 to go. 50. I'll make a 50. Give it 75. I'll make 50. 75. I'll make 50. Give it 75. I'll work it 75. I'll work it 50. 75. 100. 100. Good quarter. Quarter. 1 to quarter. 1 to quarter. Take 1 or 2. 1 to quarter, man. Yes or no? Remember I said about thinking? Don't overthink it. 1 to quarter. I have 1. 1 to quarter. 1 to quarter. 1 to quarter. One more time. 1 to quarter. $100. You want both? You have 2 twin boys though, 826, go up to 826, second lowest bidder, and that's another rule. The second lowest bidder always gets first shot, but you gotta pay what the high bidder was. All right, and that number again, I need your number, man. 811. Here we go. How do we do it? I jumped on your side of the line, didn't I? That's why the good Lord gave us 2 eyes. Here we go. 1 gallon of Spike's maple syrup. And again, we go on that one. 50 go. I would have done 50, $25, 50, 75, 75. I would have done 1 to quarter, 1 to quarter, 1 and a half, 75, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 75, 275, 275, more than 300. I have 275 more than 300, 375 more than 3. I have 275 more than 303. Don't eat that fake stuff, eat the real stuff. I have 275, 3. 275, Phil, your number is 827, spin right around. Make sure you hold your numbers up so the young runners can find it. $20 gift certificate and a woman's floppy hat. Step right up. And is this Sydney? Sydney. I saw Susie. Everybody just keeps getting bigger. Here we go. And line number 4 it is. Give me 50 go. How do I get the 50? I'm 50 here, then 25. And 25. I'll order 25, 25, 50, 50. That's your bidder on your side. You see that, Fred? I'm 25, 50. I'm 25 more than 50. I'm more than 50, 50. I'm 25, 50. I'm 25 more than 50. I'm 50. Now 25 more than 35. I'm 25 more than 35, 45, 45, 45, 45, 55, 55, 65, 65. I'm more than 65. I'm 55, 65. Fred, you're both out of the plan. 55, 65, 75. You're down at 75, 85, 85, 85, 95, 95. I'm at 85 more than 95. I'm more than 95. I'm at 85 more than 95. I'm at 85, 95, 85. Away in the back. 810, 810. You know, the great part about Facebook, I found out this year you're a twin. Somehow that showed up. I thought that was pretty cool. Now there's 2 of these in this world. Line number 5, take a look.
Was that for 85?
The last one. What amount?
Make it 99.
95.
What did you say you
85.
85%?
This round.
Sandy's trying to steal from you.
No, I don't. I say it and then my mind. I'm up here. A blank. Lot number 5, Richie Leatherman down home. What did he make? Oh, he made a school this year. I guess he figured he flooded Vermont with bird houses. And a long-time supporter. He's retired, so he's time to do things like this. Give me $200. 50, I have 75. How would I got 50, 75? I'll award 50, 75. How about 50? I'm 75. I have 50, 75. I'll award 75. 50, I have 75. I'll award 75, 75, 100, and a quarter, 1 to quarter, 1 and a half, half, 1 and a half. You're out in the back. I have 1 to quarter, 1 and a half. it's trying to make you feel guilty. I don't want the quarter, 1.5. I don't want the quarter, 1.5, and they have all 50, 50, 75, so you have over 202, 2.25, 2.25, 2.25, 2.25, 2.25, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Judge, you got her, Fred, you got a picture? There you go. 2.25. Did you tell her she's a loser? You want me to- 2.5, man. 2.5. Out of but it is a knowledge comforter, is what that really is. So I don't want to fact that it's not a quill, it's a knowledge comforter. I've been corrected many, many, many times. Would you give me $300 from the 50s? $500 from the 50s. Give me $100. It's good and heavy. You can be guaranteed to that. $50 can be going. All right, I got the 50. Open it all the way up for a gentleman so they can see just how big it is. I don't think it's pound. I think it's just the top. Is that right? Open it all the way up. It's probably a standard bed, but it's all right. Look at that crazy patches. Give me $100. $50. Give me going. I'm going to 50 now, 75. I'm going to 50 of it, 75. I'm going to 50, 75. I'm going to 75. I'm going to 50 of it, 75. I'm going to 75. I'm going to 50, 75. I'm 50 of it, 75. I'm going to 75. And it is. I'm going to 50 of it, 75, 75. I'm going to 1.25. 1.25. 1.25. 1.25. 1.5. I'm going to 1.25. 1.5. I'm going to 1.25. 1.5. And I'm going 50, 50. I'm going 1.25. 1.5. 1.25, Shirley, your number is 817. 817 folded up the young lady in the fourth row. Take a look at lot number 11. Backpack yellow, this is pretty cool. Reduced rate of $30 to $40 to ski, no matter how many times you go. And Smuggler's Notch, where is it? That's Northern Vermont. And again, somebody started me there, so it's $30 to $40 discount. No matter how many times you go. Maybe $200, $100, get me started, 100 and go, 50, how would I get 50, 50, and 75, $1, 75, how would I 50, and 75, and 75, $1, 50, 75, I 50, and 75, and 100, and 75, 100, and 1, 150, 50, and 75, and 75, how about 50, and 75, how about 75, and 50, 75, how about 150, and 75, are you done? 150, 75, 150 it is, 806, 806. Take a look at the hand braided rug. I think this is pretty nice. Step right up. And that is 4 foot by 6 foot. Right now, help them hold that all the way up to the top. Might stretch. Yeah, there you go. Ladies. We got the 6. Isn't that great? There we go. $500. 200, just go, let's start, 200 and go, 50, how about I got 50, 75, 75, 100, 1.5, 1 4, 1 4, 1.5, 75, friend, you're out. 1.5, have a 75, 1 4, 2.5, 2.5, 75, 300, 300, out of 2, 3/4, 3/4, 3.5, 3.5, out of 3/4, half, 5, 3/4, 3.5, half, over down to 3/4, half, 75, 3, 75, 1, 400, 400, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 75, 500, 500, 5.5. How about a 5, give me 5.25. I'm trying to shift it on the other 5, give me 5.25. I have 5.25, really, we're not at 5.25. I have 500, 5.25, yes or no. How about 5, give me 5.25. $500, Giovanni, 26. Thank you. And Julie, thanks for your help. We've done it without you. Take a look. Lot number, homemade vanilla extract. And more blacktail. Am I reading that right? Oh, you guys drink vodka. Oh. I don't think so. I get it. Is that right? 1 5. And you have 2 jars. That's a long time. You don't drink this. No. Here we go. Give me $50 for vodka. 50 half, 75. How about 50 75? I hope we have a license. How about 50 75? 1 4, 1 4, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 175, 175 ordinance 75 ordinance 2. He said yes on the 175 2. Item 175 ordinance 2, ordinance 2. Item, he didn't come to stop him. Item 175 ordinance 2, ordinance 2, 175 ordinance 2. 175 and 806. Your way, take a second. And your number? 816, 816. I knew she was going to do that without your approval anyhow. Lot number 14, 3 hours of house cleaning in specified towns. Plymouth, Woodstock, Bridgewater, and there's a different one. Humford? Humford? That's a new word for me up here. Somebody give me $300 for 3 hours of cleaning. 150, let's go. $100, one and a half. Other one, and one quarter. I want under 1 quarter, 125, over 25. I want under 125, over 25, 125, 150. I 50 now, 175, 175 over 2 man. Over 175, she's out for it, 75 over 200. I 175, standing up, 200. I 175, do a quarter. I would do a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. I would do a quarter, half. I would do a quarter, 2 and a half. We're done doing a quarter, half. I would do a quarter, 2 and a half. Doing the quarter, standing up, your number man. 871. Are they doing the oxygen? Okay, I forgot to mention that these young ladies in the front row are not spending their own money, so help them out. They seem awful eager to spend money because somebody has more money in the paper. So we appreciate that, and thanks for being in the front row. Lot number 15, local East Bernard artist Susan Slaybaugh. Where we at? Here we go. Take a look at that. September sumac. Boy, you give me $5 to go in here. One of a kind. 200. 82 here. 202. 100. Over 100. 150. 75. 75. 1 quarter. 1 quarter. 1 and a half. 75. 175. 175. 2. 2. 175 2. I 175 2. 200. I 175 2. You're better than 175 2. I 175. All the money's on Fred's side now. I 175 2. 175 200. She's on fire. 175 85 6. 856. That's you. Thank you. So here we got Althea's homegrown pickle. We have 4 quarts of bread and butter and 4 quarts of 7 eggs, okay? So if you want one of each, you're going to just say take 2 and we'll get them right to you. And somebody start me, give me $50 a quart. 25, I have 50, I'll get 25, 50, 75, $1, 75, 100, 100, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 75, 175, 175, 175 over 200, 175 over 2 quarter, quarter, 200 quarter, have your choice. I would do now, do the quarter, of the do now, do the quarter, one time. I do now, do the quarter, if the doubt, say yes. I would do now, do the quarter, of the quarter. $200, 851. How many do you want? You want one of each? 851. Make the bidder right up here. He's taking 2 times 2. You have a choice of which one. He's taking 2 bread and butter. The bid's times $2. Okay. We good? He took 2, second last bidder, 200. How many do you want? 1. Which one do you want? Bread and butter. Meet her over on this side. Whoever got a bread and butter. Give me your number again. It's 867. $200 a quart. I'll tell you, you got to do it. You got to do it. It'll go quick. Anybody else? Give me 810 or 820. And bring me one of each. Put it on the bench up here. Up here. Up here. Yeah. Where we got left there? The cubic square. Give me one of each. It was there. Let's read off what we got. I got a bread and butter. 7 days. Yeah, Althea's not the pickle. She's the lady. And what do you got? So we got two bread and butters. Lenny, you want a bread and butter? 4 EPs on the way home. What's your number?
803.
803. So we have 2 left yet. Cheryl, 8. I like when we have 2 bitters in 1 jar. This gets fun. And so, Cheryl, how many do you want? 1, 7 day, and I saw a hand way in the back row. No, you're going to take what's left. 81 So you should have 8. Cheryl, your number. 817. Should have Phil's double 826. Okay? All right. Lot number 17, the baby quilt. And again, this one's quilted, small blocks, took time. Give me $200. You can put it on the crib or put it on the wall. Give me $50 to go. I'm going to go to 50. I'm going to go to 50, you're going to 50, 50, I'm going to 50, you're going to 75, I'm going to 50, 75. I'm going to 50, I'm going to 75, I'm going to 50, 75, I'm going to 75. I'm going to 50, I'm going to 75, I'm going to 75, 50, 60. I'm going to 50, we get 60, 70, now 70, we get 80, we get 80, we get 90, 90, we go 100. 90, we go 101. Mom, I need you again. I'm at 90, we go 100. I'm at 90, we go 101. You were 90, we go 100. I'm at 90, we go 101. Time on 90, we go 100. $90 to door 1806. 806, front row. Take a look. Queechee Club round the golf with 4 with carts and the 2 different courses, but I think they're both right here at the club. And start to be one of my golfers. Give me $500 to go with carts. 500 to go, 5 here, $5 and 200. I was going to do it in a quarter, and do a quarter. I would do how to do it a quarter, half, 2 and a half, 75 and 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 75 and 4, and a quarter, 4 and a half, 75, 500 go, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 700 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 800. 8 and a half, 900 and a half, out of 9 and a half, 10, 10 and 11. I got a golf ball in the car. So 10 and 11. I had 10, we get 11, 11, 1 more 10, 11. Out of 10, we get 11, 11, 10, we get 1100. $10 in the back. 848, hit them straight. We're on the lot number 19. Pair of Pajaro. There we go. Folding camp chairs, there you go. You're buying the pair. And away we go, because you got to spend time together. Boy, you give me $200 a piece. 2 and a half, and a quarter, 2 and a half, 75 and a piece, 75 free, and a quarter, 3 and a quarter. Now, this is a piece, you take it in both. Everybody good on that? That's 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half. That slowed it down. That's not I'm allowed to change the rules. One money, you're buying them both. Now, when you give me 3 and a half, 3 and a half, you're out, sit down. I have 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I don't 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I like the math the other way better. I have 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I have 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I have to get the 3 and a half on the 3 and a quarter, half, 75, 3, 75, over and 4, 4, 1 money, half there, 500, 5 and a half, and 5 and a half. Out of 5, give me 5 and a half. Hold it in the field hockey game. Out of 5, give me 5 and a half, 5 and a half. Out of 5, give me 550. $500, $834, and if you want it, you can double it, still take them both. $500, $834. Okay, where are we at? Lot number 20. Disrespectful up here, disrespected, and when you sat here, you could go on Facebook. Watching Jen, I gotta go there. All right, we got maple pine, bird's eye maple style clothes peg holder. Take this or arrange with Joe if you want a shorter one or a longer one, okay? But you buy this one, but if you want a longer one, you give this one back and you get the longer, okay? You're not going home with 2 unless you double your money. And again, somebody started to give me $200 to go on this one. 2, I can go on the Burnside, Maple, I'm gonna get the 50 and the 75, I'm gonna 50 and the 75, I'm gonna get 50, 75, dollar and 75, I'm gonna get a quarter, I'm gonna want to have a 1 1/4, quarter, 1 1/4, half, 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, you're out, I'm gonna 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and I'm gonna 50, 50, I'm gonna 1 1/4, half, I'm gonna 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and I'm gonna 50, 50, I'm gonna 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/4 Denise, 806, 806, take a look, you're on to the beautiful cloves of garlic, there we go. Anything else with a taste? This has nothing to do with vodka, is that right? Vodka in this one. You're getting 25. Oh, they're in the back. So is that 25? Let's see, 4. Oh, you counted them. Right, I like having a sidekick up here. You're buying them one lot, one money, it almost too nice to break them up. Give me $100, 100 and a half, 1 1/4. How about 1 and you go 1 1/4, quarter, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 175, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. I'll do a quarter, 2 and a half. Can't see winks. I'm doing a quarter, 2 and a half. 5, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half. I'll do a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. I'll do a quarter, 2 and a half. What we're done doing a quarter, 2 and a half. And a half, 75. Now you're both out. 75, 300. Over to 2, 75, over to 3, you get 303. 5, 2, 75, over to 3, you're out. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, Julie. 5, 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, out of 3, 3 and a quarter, one done. We're going to get 3 and a quarter. $300 in the back, sir. Your number is 864. 864. Isn't it kind of neat when the opposite bidder is your friend and you're in your space? Yeah, when we get real protective of our space. Here we go. We are now on to 22, and we are selling these together as one item. They are pre-made pillows. Look at that. Would you give me $200? 50, I have 75. I was 50, I was 75, and 50. You're buying clothes, one money, 75, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 150, 75, 175, 1 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, half, 2 and a half, 5, 2 1/4, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 75, 2 side, friends. I am my bidder, 2 and a half, 75, I was 2 and a half, I get 75, 75, you're all out. I was 2 and a half, 75, 75, I was 2 and a half, I get 75, I'm done 2 and a half, 75. 2 and a half. It is 829. 829. I get all the sisters mixed up, but I know that's Steve's mom. Okay. Over here. You gotta get your arms. Okay. Can I put them up again, ma'am? Can I put them up again? No. She's the other bar. Yeah. When they're walking up and down, who's the referee? I'm Charles. Oh, she's hugging me. I'm sorry, I missed you in the back. Mike. Will your mother get over? We got you covered, Mom. You're good. Yeah, with them running in here, I'm only human.
Hold your numbers up really high.
Yeah, in the back there, you all are silhouettes.
There's plenty of seats on front.
Yes, there are. It's because they're afraid I pick on them. Here we go. Now we're going to go to, we got through that. All my potholes in life were that rough. I'm in good shape. We're going to lot number 23. Now here we got 5 bags of granola. And again, you're buying them by the bag. You can take as many bags as you want. Give me $10 a bag. 5 I have, 10, we go 15, now 10, we get 15, 15, now we get 20, and 5, we're at 25. 5, your bidder friend, 20, now 25. 25, we're at 30, 35, 40, 45, we're at 45. Then 50, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60. You're right together, you got 3 together. I have 55, Sally, you're out 60. And 5 in the back, 65, sir, 65, sir, 70. 8 call people by name, but I don't want to screw up quite. 70, you got 80, 80, you get 90, 90, you get 90. Out of 80, you get 90, and then 90, out of 80, you get $90. You're out over this side of an 80, 90. Out of 80, you get 90, and then 90, 90, out of 80, 80 out of $90. $80, Cheryl, your number is 817. How many bags do you want? 105. She's taking 2. 870 is 2. 817. Sally, you were my second last bidder. You won 2. My third last bidder, way out in the back. Are you happy with 1 bag? You're standing there? Yeah, saw you were sitting down. I knew the hand came. 834. We have 3 bidders for 5 bags. Sally, give me your number again, please. 830. You good? The only reason we're also doing it, the old way with pen and paper, because the other week I was at a benefit, I was not charged. But their whole system crashed. So everybody was on their honor system to go up, and they were writing receipts, and I felt so bad that I said, "What I was doing." And the auctioneer said, "How much?" Anyhow, we're good, gang. Poncho, we're good? We're good. You're up to date? All right, let's look at 24. We got a multi-course meal, and when it said at their house, that's at your house. Okay, I got it. I didn't know if it was our house. I have to come back to your house.
It's on mile 6, we'll go to your house.
It's a multi-course meal, Chinese restaurant favorites at their house, and you don't have to do dishes, and there's 6 seats total, and we're selling by the seat, okay? Is there a date? We're going to agree that all 6 people agree on the same date. That's the rule, okay? Give me $100 a seat. $100, $1 quarter. How about one? How about 1 quarter, 125, $150, 175, 102, 104, and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter. I have 300, 3 and a quarter. It's all you're calling on the bench. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 375, 375. I've been 3 and a half. I got the 375. I have 3 and a half. I got the 375. I'm more than 75. More than 3 and a half, 75. 3 and a half, John, how many you want? Takes 2 in your number. 816, second last bidder. You were in there last, and I'll come back with Julie. How much was it?
3.5.
3 and a half. You come with Julie, how many you want? 2, right there. Your number is, stay right here, young lady, 807. I got 2 more tickets, 2 more seats at the table. It's like last summer. I got 2 more seats at the table. And if I don't get 2 and a half, you don't get dessert. Okay, guys? Anybody else? 2 and a half? 249? 3.5. I like that. 3 and a half? 3 and a quarter? Let's help them out. Yes, ma'am. You want the other 2? 3 and a quarter? And you know what? You've been a good bidder. She gets dessert. Okay? She gets dessert. 856 took the last 2. Thanks for being a sport. Yes. And we're going to give her dessert. Lot 25, Bethel, Vermont artist and daughter of one of BBC's board members, Grace Paisley-Plowman. That is not Vincent Dutch. And Evan Williams have been specializing in functional wood-fired pottery for 20 years. Isn't that beautiful? Give me $500. 500 to go. To get 200. I'm going to give you 200 to do. We go 100 to go 1 and a quarter. I'm going to 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and give me 1 and a quarter. I have 100, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter. Yes, no, I'm going to give me 1 and a quarter. I have 100, 1 and a quarter already in. I'm going to give me 1 and a quarter. I have 100, 1 and a quarter already down. I'm going 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half. Got already in the half. 75, 175, 1 and 200. I have your 175. I got you now. 175 over 2. I'm a 2 man do it in a 2. I have 200 do a quarter, do a quarter, quarter, do a quarter, 2 and a quarter, really do a quarter, do a quarter, really do 2 and a quarter. One more time, you're out. I'm a 200 do a quarter, really do, give me 2 and a quarter. $200. She just stooped down. I lost her face there for a minute. She's getting the number 865. 865. Now, this is I get to talk a little bit about this. This Jake Crump happens to be my nephew, and he fishes in Bristol Bay. And these are smoked Alaska sockeye portions. They're great for the appetizers. And it was his 20th year
Go ahead, go.
fishing up at Bristol Bay, and so we eat our fair share of salmon. If you want other salmon fillets, go to the website Salmon for You, and you can order it, and it gets shipped to you when he sells for local. So his boat is called the Rumstrom. So if you know anything about the Amish, when he went to Alaska, he was doing the Rumstrom, but he wasn't Amish. So you're gonna, and Chad set that up, and we appreciate it. I should plug Chad, but I had to plug my nephew. Here we go. Give me $50 of filet. They're smoked, so you're ready to go tonight. You can open them up, eat them with all that other fancy stuff with the cootery boards. Where do you give me $100? 25. Here we go. Get me going. Another 25, 50, 5, 25, more than 35, more than 35, more than 25, 35, 5, 35, 45, more than 55, 55, 55, 65, 65, 75, 75, more than 65, 75, 5, 65, 75, 85, 85, more than 85, 95, 95, here, 95, 15, 15, 100, 595, give me 1, 1, 595, more than 100, 101, 5, 995, more than 1, 1, 95, 110, 10, 110. How about 1? I have 110, and then 10, and then 1, give me 110. That's where I wanted to end. $100. Brandon, how many do you want? 2, and your number. 858 takes 2. These don't have to be in the refrigerator, but we can, because they're smoked, right? They were, but they don't. They're vacuum sealed, so you can take them now, open them, or we'll put them all together. So Brandy got 2. Second, 853 takes 1, 2 for Denise, back up front here. 806, 806. Got 5 left at 100. They're tasty. You order more. Jen, she takes 2. I like that better. And your number. You friends of yours, 816 takes 2. Denise gets 2. Janet gets 2. 859 takes 1. Do we have 1 left or 2? 1 or 2 left? Oh, Bruce, how many do you want? I think we have 2 left. Your number, Bruce. 825. That should be 10 left. There's still 2 left. We'll catch more next year. Bruce, your number again, tell me. 825 took 2. So that's 8 sold. Or is that last 2? We're done. Cheryl, there's more in the freezer on Shelley Road. Okay. All right, we're on the lot 27, $400 gift certificate, maybe used at Bergey's Electric, Bergey's HVAC, or Bergey's showroom in Bergeyville, Hatfield, Pennsylvania. But for those of you that have not been around Bethany for long, the Bergey family is, their fingerprints are pretty well forgotten. And, we will gladly ship you a $400 lamp for your showroom. Back up there. Right, Chad, to haul it up. Yeah, Chad just said yes. Here we go. 400 and a half, 4 and a half. On the 4, give me 4 and a half. They're going to go 4 and a quarter. $400 gift certificate. I have 400, 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. Then you're getting 4 and a half. 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. I have 4 and a half, 75, 475, $500. 475, $500, 5 and a half, 5 and a half. Go to 5, give me 5 and a half. Over 5, 50, over 5, give me 5 and a half. I have 5, give me 5 and a half. Over 5, 50, over 5, give me 550. $500, Bruce, 825 for $500. 825. Take a look at lot number 28 on the quilt kit. Pattern is called Pick and Patch. Step right up this young lady. Here we go. 75 go. 75 here. 50. I got 50 here. 75 $75. 75, however, the other 75, and 50, 75, 140, 75, 100, I 75, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 and a half, 150, 50, 1 quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 175, 100, I have 175, 150, 2 quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, negative road, I have 2 and a quarter, I have 2 quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, you're in, I have 3, so they have more money, Fred, I have 3 now, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, I am here, 300, 3 and a quarter, go over down to 3 and a quarter, 3 and $8.45, Mary, $8.45, and take a look at the Pennsylvania basket. We got homemade products, we have everything. Shoe fly, funny cake, whoopie pies, you're buying it all. Scrapple. The other thing you can do, you can buy it and then just leave it here. But I get it, they'll say, that's all the stuff I don't need. But it's all the stuff your cardiologist wants you to have, okay? Here we go, Bruce, and I'm sure Bruce got one of everything, so he can taste the sample. Give me $500, paste from Pennsylvania. 200 to go, we can do 100, I would 100 to go, 100 to 100, I would want to have a 1 quarter, 1 and a half, 150, 75, I would want to do 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 75, I would want to 3, and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 2, if you like scrapple, sir. I have 3 now, 3 and a quarter, I have 3 now, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, I have 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, I have 3 and a quarter to my side, 3 and a half, 75, 3, 75, 3 and a half, 75, 3 and a half, 75, 404, I have 3, 75, 400, I have 3, 75, 4, 4, man, 4 quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half. That's what she's not going to share out there, so you got to buy it yourself. I have 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. I have 4 to get 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 475, 475, 500. The high bidder gets to keep the clothes basket too. I have 475 more than 500. I have 475 more than 500. 5 and a half, 5 and a half. 500, man, 5 and a half, 600. I have 5 and a half agreements that are sitting next to you. I would have thought you just could move further away. I would have 5 and a half, 600. I have 5 and a half agreements, 600 of the buy. 575, I'll be off with you. 600, man, 600, 600. I have 575, 600, 6 and a quarter. I have 600, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter. I have 600, 6 and a quarter, over time, 6 now, 6 and a quarter. $600, man, your number is $866. But I will say this, now, Althea and Larry is involved in the Camp Meeting. Okay, thank you guys. Long time. We gave them up down home and left them stay up there. Okay. Lot number 30 is Ben Colt's cello concert at your home. An evening of music, cheese, wine for 6 people. 30 miles of London, New Hampshire. The event will take place in the spring or summer of next year. And my direct instructions to say on one item. So that means the top bidder gets to bring 2 if they have 5 friends. If not, you can eat the whole chokery board yourself. Okay. Then we go. Lot number 30. Give me $5 to go. I spent here. I wouldn't know it if I see you. All right. Give me 200. 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter. Over 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter, over 2, 2 and a quarter. Over 2, I have 2 and a quarter. Over 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter. She's in over 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter. I have 200, 2 and a quarter. I'm looking for more. Over 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 75, 375, 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter. Gotcha. I have 400, 4 and a quarter. The lady laying in the back talking with her hands. I think it's just waiting. I'm 3 and a quarter, I'm 3, you're in. I'm 3 now, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 4, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, I'm 3 now, 3 and a quarter. $300, man, your number is 856, 856. Now we got a Moonlight Serenade jigsaw puzzle. Sid, come on up here. We got the jigsaw puzzle, and its difficulty is hard, and it's still wrapped up, so I think all the pieces are there, okay? I'm finding out most jigsaw puzzles that you go for your grandkids, The pieces are not there, okay? What do you give me, $50? No popcorn. $150, $75. $150, $75, $75, $75. The jigsaw puzzle. $150, $75, $75. Quarter, and a half, $75, $175, $175, $150, $806, 806, lot number 32, and this has become a,
I can check.
yeah. Now we're on to the Gaines page. And it is in Coopersburg, Barry, and his wife have done this for years. We picked it up on 212 and Barringer Meats, and I'll guarantee you it is still roaming free range today. Okay? And but it's the whole thing. You can make your own scrapple or have them make your own scrapple. Could give me $500. 500 to go, we get 500 to buy 200. I'm going to do 2 out of the 2, 2 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 75, 300, 3 and a quarter, half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 75, 400, and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 500, and a half, 5 and a half, 550, 5 give me 5 and a half, 600, 5, 6 and a half, 5, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 700, 5, 6, there we go, 7, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. New money out of 7 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 900, 900, 1000, 10, 1100, I 10 to go 1100, 10 now 1100, I 10 to go 1100, 10 you want 1100, strong back in, over 10 to go 1100, 10 to go 1100, 1008, enjoy 832, right up front, 832. My heart was so set on getting that one. Here we go. Now your son at work, really well. Here we go. Lot number 33, Northern Ski Works, voucher for 1 season ski tune. You tune them up more than once a year? Oh, you do? Okay. So my rusty ones that haven't been out of the closet for years. Oh, you'll try it. I still have looked in water buying them. That was before your time. What do you give me, $200? On a ski tuning, $50. Give me going, and we got 50 75. I got 50 25, and go. 8 25, I'll order 50 unit 25, 50. I 25, I'll order 50 unit, I'll order 50, 50, 25, 35. I 25, I'll order 35, I'll order 35, I'll order 25, 35. Everybody else is tuned up on 25, 35, I'll order 35. 25 minutes, thank you. 806, 806. Take a look, lot number 34. We got earrings, all right? And you can take the choice. There we go. He has them out of the box. Good idea. And buy the piece, take 1 or 2. Are they matching or a little different? What do you give me, $30 in the set? 30 and 50, 530, we get 40, we get 50, 50, of the 40, we get 50, 540, we get 50 set of the 40, we get $50, 540, we get 50, 50, of the 50 now, 60, 70, 70, 80, of the 80, 80, 70, 80, of the 70, 80, 570, we got 80, no 80 one more time, 570, we got 80, no 80, we 70, we get 80, you're out, 570, we get $80, $70, 1 or 2, 806 takes 1, right up front there. Second last bidder, you want the other one? 829 takes the other one, is her first choice. There we go. Yeah, 2 bidders. Yep, okay. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't have to read. Lot number 35 is James Gleck's homemade sticky bun with pecan. There we go. They're hot. Cross buns that were made this morning, all right? Give me $100 a bun. 100 and a half, 1 and a quarter. How about 1 and 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half. I 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half. Watch through the back corner, 1 and a half, 175. I'm 1 and 2, 2 and a quarter, 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 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275. I'm 1 and 2, 75, 300, and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter. Both out this side. Are 3 now, 3 and a quarter. I 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, half, 3 and a half. 5, 3 and a half, 75. I'm 1 $3.75. 3.5, I got the 75. They both got pecans on top. Other 3.5, I got the 75. Other 3.5, I got the 75. Bottle order 75. You can take them both. Buy 3.5, 75. Bottle order 75. Order 3.5, 75. She said no. 3.5, Phil. 8.50. You want one or two? One. Althea, you want the other one? You knew that was coming. 8. Hold your number up a little longer. Althea, there you go, 860. Hey, I'm going to switch, let Len come up here for a little bit, and let him see, and Fred, you take your voice ready to your third. You want Len?
Thanks, Andy. Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see y'all. I prayed this morning, Lord, I hope this day is good. He already answered my prayer. It's great to be here, and this is a wonderful weekend and a wonderful cause. And keep on coming.
Do you want to tell them you stay on the outside?
Yeah, way back. That's 10 years ago. I can't believe it. Saturday church came up and we stayed the outside. That's pretty
Give him a
much
hand.
good. Believe me. So anyhow, we are on number 36. Number 36 on the gift certificate to Woodstock Farmers Market. And there's 2 of them, and you can take one or both. There we go. $100 a piece, $100, $100, $100, $100, $100, now quarter, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 75, 175, now 2, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 300, 300, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/2 a piece, 3 1/2, 3 1/2, whatever, 3 1/2, 3 1/2, you're in a 3 1/4, now I have a 3 1/2, we're at 3 1/2, 3 1/2, all in and all done, 3 1/2. So 3 1/4, you want one or both? Take them both and your number. 857, 857, thank you. Hey, number 37. Number 37 is a autographed summer cookbook, kitchen cookbook. There we go. Hey, $100 on it, 100, $100, $100, 150, 50 you go, 50, now 50, 50, autographed by who? By the author, well, of course. Heather Wolf and Jane McCloskey. There we go, it's autographed. It might be valuable someday. 50 you go, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 75, 75, 75, 50, 75, 75, 75, 75, 50 big, 75, oh, and then I'll go 50, 75. Sold at $50, 848, 848. Number 38 is the Maple and Cherry Cutting Board, Michael Schleybaugh. That's my Red Sun. There we go. Hey, 200, 200, number 2, $100, 100, 100, 100, $100, 100, 100, now quarter, 100 now quarter, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 100 spin, and a quarter, and a half, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 75, 75, now 200, 2, number 200, 200, 175, now 2, 200, number 200, knocking 200, number 200. Sold 175, number is 816, 816. Number 39, there is 4 jars of honey. I see 4, and there's 1 small one. 4 quarts and a pint if you only want a little bit. Anyhow, we're by the piece, take whatever. There we go, $100 a piece, 100 now quarter, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and a half, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, number 1 1/2 a piece, 1 1/2, 75, 175, 175, 200, 2 1/4, number 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, number 2 1/4, we're good 2 1/4, number 200, 2 1/4, 2 1/2. 2 1/2, 275, 275, 275, number 275, we're good 275, number 275, all in, all done, 275 a piece, 275, 2 1/2. Joanne, how many? Takes two, 847, 847. Back up, 211. And your number, 806. And 803 takes one. The big one on the bench.
You should have one more little.
We got one pint size. There we go. $100 over, $100, $100, $100, $100 down quarter, one and a quarter, one and a quarter, one and a quarter, one and a quarter, 500 now, 10, 110, 110, 10, over 110, 100's bid, 110, 10, 10, one the small one, 110, 20, 30, 130, 140, 140, 150, 150, 160, 160, 170, 179, 70, 70, 70, 160, now 70, 70, 70, over 170, 170, now it's going 170. So 168, numbers 807, 807 up front. Number 40, 803.
That stayed there, that's what.
Number 40 on the Bethany Birch's Camp Wednesday breakfast. This includes the oatmeal recipe, the water bottle, along with dry ingredients to make baked oatmeal. Number 40. Hey, $100 off, $100, $100, $100, $150. 50 you go, 50, now 75, 75, 75, 75, 50, 50, now 75, 100, now 100, 100, 100, $100, 100, 100, 100, 575, now 100, 100, $100, 100, 100, 75, now 100, 100, 100, now a quarter, one and a quarter, one and a quarter, one and a half, one and a half, one and a half, one and a half, over one and a half, one and a quarter, my bid, one and a quarter, and a half, one and a half, over one and a half. So the one and a quarter number is 822, 822. Number 41. Fred, you know a little bit about this one. Hey, number 41 on the what's it called? Entwined. Hey, aluminum on a Douglas fir frame. There we go, 200 on 2, 2, 2, number 2, 2, and number 200, original, 200 on 2, 100, one to go, 1, 1, 100, 1 and a half, and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, over 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, and 1 and a quarter, I have 100 now, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, over 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 175, 175, 175, now 2, 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, over 2 and a quarter, 175, 2 and a quarter, 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 last row, 2 and a quarter, so 200, 807, 807, right up front. Number 42, the Yoder popcorn basket from Shipshewana. Here we go. And you don't even have to take the tour. They have a tour on that farm. It's pretty nice. Hey, $100, 100, 100, now quarter, 1 and a quarter, and a half, 175, now 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, now 2 and a quarter, I have 200, now quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, now 2 and a half, over 2 and a half, over 2 and a half, 200, and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 1 and 2 and a quarter, right again, 2 and a quarter, over 2 and a quarter, I have 200, now quarter, 2 and a quarter, let's call it 2 and a quarter, you're my buyer, 200, number is 862, number 43, a special one here, 2 nights at a 2-bedroom penthouse on the beach in Fenwick Island. There we go, in Delaware, between October 25 and May 26, so that's a big area that you have to choose from, and thank you to the students. Here we go. Hey, 500 on 5, 5, 5, over 500, 500, 500, 200, 2 and go, 2, now 3, now 4, now 4, now 5, 5, 5, 5, and 600, 600, 600, over 600, 6, 7, 7, 7, over 700, 700, 5, 6, now 7, 7, 7, over 7, 7, good pause. 7, now 8, 800, now 9, 9, 900, 900, now 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 1100, 1100, 1000, now 11. Anybody else in 1100? What is 11, 11, 1100, 1100? So, $1,000, numbers 825, 825. Number 44 on the throw. This was quilted by, a machine quilted by Guided Star Quilting. There we go. $100 on it, 100, over $100, 100, 150. 50, now 75, 75, 75, and 100 now, 100 and a quarter, and a quarter and a half, 75, 175, 175, 2, 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, and a half, 2 and a half, 275, now 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 375, 375, 75, 375, and for 375, I have 3 and a half. 375, you're out on the side. 375, number 375, 3 and a half, down 375. Last call at 375. Sold at 3 and a half. 849. 849. Number 45. On the Red Day, there's 2 of them. There we go. They're quart jars by the piece on the Red Day. Hey, $100 on it, 100 a piece, 100, 150, 50 now, 75, 75, 75 a piece, 75 now, 100, 100, 100 and a quarter, 1 a piece, 1 a quarter, 1 a quarter, 1 a quarter, $100, quarter, and a half, 1 and a half, 175 a piece, 175, number 175, 75, 150 and 75, 75, 175, which is due 160. 160 a piece, 170, 180, 180, now 180, 180, and 180, is that a bid? 180, I want 170 and 80 and 80 and 80, and 180 a piece. I stole it, 170, number is 820, takes 1. Backup bidder, that's your choice.
Put it on the table.
867, 867. And up front, one up front.
820.
Okay,
Or put it up with my pickle.
put it up on the bench in the front. Hey, number 46 on the Crossroad Farm gift certificate. Used in farm stand located in Norwich. There we go. Hey, $100 on 100, 100, 150, 50 and go, 50, 50, 50, 50, 75, 75, 75, now 100, 100 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 1 quarter and a half, 1 and a half, 175, 175, 75, number 175, 5, 1 and a half, 75, 75, number 175, number 175, 75, I sold it 150. Numbers 853 all the way in the back. All the way in the back. Hey, number 47 on the 14-inch take and make pizza. Multi-wood pizza peel. And it's ready to go. Cook dinner tonight with that. Hey, 50 and go, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and 70, 75, and 100, 100 down, quarter, 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 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, and a half, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, and 1 and a quarter, and a half, 1 and a half, whatever, 1 and a half, 1 and a quarter, and a half, all of it, all done, 1 and a quarter, and a half, 1 and a half, 1 and a half. Sold it, 1 and a quarter. Your number is 833, is that right? 833. Hey, number 48 on the, hey, there's 2 of them on the hinge box and the shipping box. There we go. Glenn Fair was the maker, I believe, on that. Hey, your choice on either the Greenman or the Raspberry. Hey, 50 a piece. They're original antiques. Thank you for that.
So are you, Lane?
Donated like that. Yeah, I am too. That's great, Senior. Hey, here we go. One good choice on the antique boxes. Hey, $100 a piece, 100, and over $100, 100, and over 100, 150, 50 and 75, 75, now 75 and 100 a piece, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 175, 175, 2, 2, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4 a piece, 2 1/4, over 2 1/4, 2 1/4, last call 2 1/4, over 2 1/4, over 2 1/4. So 200, your number is 856, you want to vote for which one? Takes the green one, the raspberry one's left, you want that one? And your number is 806, up front, 806 takes the other one. Hey, turn the page, here we go, we're on number 49. 49, again, really good looking bluebird houses. I happen to be a bluebird lover, and they are quality made houses. Your choice, there, Dave Biker made that. Hey, your choice. Hey, 50 a piece, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 25, that's 35, 35, 35 a piece, then 45, 45, under 45, 55, 55, 65 a piece, 75, 75, 75, under 75, and 100, 100 a piece, 100, would you go 85, 85, 95, 95, we'll get there, 95, 95, and 95, 105, 105, under 105 a piece, 105, under 105, 105, are you together there? 105, I am 95, 105, under 105, 105 a piece, under 105, so 95 a piece, 844, you want to vote? They work together, vote.
You need to.
What's that?
You need to. You
Yeah, you do need
have
two.
the neighborhood.
We'll let you have one. Backup bidder, I think you were backup? You were backup, Jeff. 824, standing in the back. 824 is the other one, thank you. Hey, number 50 on the freshly baked sourdough loaf. There we go. Baked this morning, King Arthur flour, water and salt. There we go, made this morning, can't beat that. Hey, $100 on it, 100, over $100, 50, 50 and go, 50, now 75, 75, 75, about 75, now 100, 100, 100, 100, over 100, now a quarter, 1 1/4, and a half, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 75, 175, 75, over 175, over 175, I have 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 175, over 175, over 175, last call 175. New bidder, 175, now 2, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, don't stop now, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, bidder 2 1/2, 275, bidder 275, 75, bidder 275, bidder 275, bidder 275. So 2 1/2, 846, 846, but thank you. The second last bidder is so important, okay? Don't forget that. Hey, on to number 51. 51 is a Ann's Lancaster Food Forest Nursery. Gift certificate for 5 to 10 plants or trees. There we go. Plants will be available to ship in spring of 26. There we go. Can be shipped to Vermont, so you're in luck. Not a problem there. And there we go. They 5 to 10 plants. There we go, $100 on it, 100, 100, 100, 100 and a quarter, and a half, 75, 175, 75, 75, and 200, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, over 2 1/2, 2 1/2, over 275, 279, now 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, over 3 1/4, 300, now 4 1/4, 3 1/4, one of the 3 1/4, all in, all done, 3 1/4, one of the 3 1/4. So 300, 825, 825. Number 52 is a stoneware. Wow, that looks good. Dishwasher and microwave safe. Hey, $100 one, 50, it goes, 50, some 60, 70, 80, now 90, every 90, and 100, 110, 10, 20, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, every 170, 160, yeah, 170, 70, 80, 180. 180, 190, 190, figure 190, figure 190 around here. 190, I have 180, and 190, 90, what about 190? And 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter if you want it. 2 and a quarter, figure 2 and a quarter. So 200, 842, 842. Number 53. 4 packs of venison snacks. There we go. Bring them up here. All right, your choice. Is there 4 packs?
Two lots.
2 and 1. Okay. 2 snacks and 1 summer sausage. Your choice. Either the
No, you either get the sausage or the,
yeah.
2 lots.
You take either or. Take either or. Here we go. 50 apiece, 50, 25 apiece. And there 25. Nice venison. And 25, 35, 45 apiece. 45, 55, 55, 55, 55, 65, 65, we're at 65, we're at 65, we're at 65, you're at the back. And then 65, right, 55, now 65 will be 75, now 75, 75, one more time, 75, 85, 85, 85, would have been 85, 95, 95 apiece, 95, 105, 105, figure 105, 105, 15, 15, 15, figure 115, 115 apiece, 115, figure 115, 115. So 105 and it's 860. Do you want to vote? Which one? There's the venison stacks and the summer sausage.
Where's Chad?
Chad, we need an explanation.
Clarify what this is.
Your venison.
They're deer.
Do they get all of that, or just one of each? Is that all you brought? Okay.
So they get one of each, 1 pack.
One of each. Your choice, Dusty.
But are they the same? Yeah. Okay.
Takes the 2. Takes the 2.
It's summer sausage.
One you can't eat in the winter.
Just give her one. Doesn't matter. They're the same.
And the backup bidder. 848. 848 takes the other one. Wow. We got to do that.
I'll tell you what, Lenny, that was a
There we
big
go.
chuck.
Thank you all. Yeah. Hey, number, where are we at? Number 54?
Yep.
54 on the Woodstock Village Shopping. Here we go. You get a gift certificate and a $50 gift certificate. So there we go. $100 on it. 100, give $100, 100, give $100, 150, 50 again, 50, 50, put it out there, 50 I have 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, and 100 again, 1 half, 175, 175, 75, I see what you mean, Sandy, 175, 175, I sold it 150. 806, there's side-by-side bidders, and that doesn't matter. There's no friends in auction. Hey, here we go. Number 55, 3 wooden trays. And these are beauties. There is a cherry tray, a Douglas fir tray, and another cherry tray. Your choice of these, handmade again, and beautiful. Hey, $100 apiece, 100, maybe $100, 100 apiece, 50 apiece, 50, 50 and 50 and 75, 75 and 100 down, 100 apiece, 100 down a quarter, one and a quarter apiece, your choice, one and a quarter, one and a quarter, then a half, one and a half, maybe one and a half, one and a quarter apiece and a half, one and a half, maybe one and a half, one and a quarter apiece, and one and a half, maybe one and a half. So one and a quarter, and your number is 822. You want one or more? Takes the cherry one, the Douglas fir, I'm sorry.
Come on, man, we can tell that.
I couldn't tell that, I'm sorry. Hey, your choice, other bidder. Takes the cherry, and your number is 844, and there's one left on the blue. And the cherry handle on it. Hey, 50 and go, 50, 50, and 75. Now 100 now a quarter, one and a quarter, and a half, one and a half, one and a half, maybe one and a half, then one and a quarter and a half, one and a half, maybe one and a half. So the one and a quarter number is 824, 824. Number 56 on the garlic braids. They are pretty, and they're probably could be used. How about that? Hey, here we go. Your choice on the garlic braids. Your choice. Hey, 50 apiece, 50, 50, 50, 50, and 50, 25 apiece, 25, 35, 45 apiece, 55, and 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 55 apiece, now 65, we're at 65, 65, 65, we're at 65. So 55, just a second late. The number is 843, or one of those. Takes one. Back up there. 806 up front.
We got one more.
Where's he looking? 816. 806 and 816 are the two buyers. Okay, number 57 on the Shepherd's Hook and the Bomb. Hey, this is in memory of his wife Shirley. Dated by John Charbonneau. Charbonneau. Okay, I'm close. Hey, on that. Hey, 50 and go, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and 75, 75, 75, 75, 75. You get the hook and the bomb. 50 and 75, 75, 75, now 100, 100, now 100, 100, bit of $100, 100, 100, bit of $100, that's 75, now 100, 100, 100, 100, my better, that's 75, now 100, 100, 100, bit of $100, all in and all $100. So 75, number is 867, 867. Were you bidding? Yeah. Okay. Don't want to miss a bid. Hey, on the number 58, again, lift tickets to Killington. There we go. And there is there two of them? Two sets of two. So it's time for money. You can take them both if you want. Hey, and 50 apiece, 50, 50, 50, 50, and 50, and 50, 50, now 70, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 50, now 75, now 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, now quarter, one and a half apiece, 175, 175, two and a quarter apiece, two and a quarter, 200, that a quarter, 2 and a quarter apiece, 2 and a quarter, 200, and a quarter, 2 and a quarter. Sold at 200, 2, 5, 6. You want them both? You're the buyer. You want them both?
Rachel?
What's that?
1 second.
Yeah.
We have five.
856. Yeah. You want one or two? Okay, you got it. Underbidder. And your number is 843 takes the other one. Wow, we got out of that. All right, number 59, 59 of the Thomas Shackleton Red Board. Wow. $100 on it, $100, give $100, $150, 50 and go, 50, 50, 50, 75, 75, everybody 75, 50 bid, 75, 75, everybody 75, 75, now 100, 100 now, 100 down a quarter, 1 quarter, and a half, 1 and a half, 175, 175, everybody 175, another 1 and a half, 75, everybody 175, everybody 175, everybody 175. So 1 and a half number is 842, 842. Hey, Sandy, you want to take over?
All right, thank you, Len, and I appreciate it. And like we said earlier, this is really to keep Bethany on the map, growing. When you think about the 60 years, I think my sister said when she was a counselor here in 68, there was like 3 lean-tos. 10, they were. But Brandon, you wanted to talk a little bit about this next section, and then we'll get right back on to the catalog. But here is what it's really all about, and I'll let you give the different breakdown.
So, the Kids in Camp Fund is used to support the sliding scale that we offer to help families pay less who need that. In practice, it not only eases budgets, but it also helps campers return multiple times in the same year. Anecdotally, we have found that campers who return more than once per year for more than a couple of years will almost certainly experience lifelong change and impact in a positive direction. Most of those kiddos will develop a meaningful faith in Jesus, and as our earliest documents say, help them understand his importance in daily life. At the end of each week, we ask campers to share about their experience at camp. We call these Dear Friend letters. Here to read them for us are a few campers.
I don't know this. Dear friend, this week at camp I did some amazing things, but in this letter I have to say my most liked, and that would be the best time. It's where we read from the Bible and then talk about it. Usually I draw about it. This week at camp I learned that God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit can be everywhere, even if you don't want them to be. I want to thank you for receiving this letter and for giving this camp whatever you do. My name is Faith, and my family has been struggling, and camp helps me get away from that, so I'm sincerely grateful.
Dear friend, something I really liked was skiing in the boat building. I learned a lot about the people in our cabin, and that to make new friends, you have to put yourself out there and be open about things. Thank you so much for having this program. It is a place where I think all of us feel very at home.
Dear friend, thank you so much for the money that you gave to us up, and I think my summer will be so different. The Haybridge is the camp where I can get close to God and have faith in my life at home. So camp is a lot less stressful for me. Something I love about this camp is that it's so easy to talk to God here, and the counselors are so loving here. It gives you so much respect for how God we are. If you hadn't watched this camp, I don't think I'd be the same person. Thank you so much.
So special for the 60th anniversary, or as we were saying earlier, birthday. We have secured a $25,000 match grant, which is new, and we would love to capture all of that. And if we can't quite get there, we'll give it 1 week after this to attempt. Denise, one of our lovely board members, thought that for anyone who gave to the Kids to Camp Fund that we did at this time, should receive a candle. Denise, can you say 1 or 2 words about the candle?
It's a candle. It's made in northern Vermont by Etsy Seller, who hand pours their soy. They have a wood wick, and they smell like the forest and camp. And there you go. So we're supporting local businesses And it comes with a cool little matchbox from Bell Savant, his baker.
Thank you.
Sandy, I thought we would just do 600 as a full, the 60, just add an extra 0 to 60 to feel right. And 300, and 300 for half.
The great part about this this is what in the professional benefit auction we call this is funding in need. What you funded up till now is facilities, electric, the stuff. This is specific to get campers here. They qualify, they get it, it stays here. The numbers that are growing is because we've been able to offer more scholarships. So we call it campership. And it's real simple. We're going to try something new with all these volunteers. The first round is for $600. If you feel generous enough to give me 2 $600s, you're still on game on. It's not my call, but it makes sense. But every time you burn that candle and smell that fern, northern fern, you will think of the day and that you have brought somebody here. So 600 gets a camper here for a week. And this money is earmarked specifically for camperships. So just raise your hands, but don't put them down until I read your number. And one of these fine folks give you a candle. It's going to take a little while, but dinner's not, we're pretty good shape, aren't we, people?
Yeah, we're
Lunch
ready.
is until 1, right?
Oh, sorry.
Well, don't put that down. All right, we're going to start on this side. And don't put your name down. If you want to do more than one campership, I can read fingers. And then we'll move on. So young guys and gals, just we'll go to that side a while because we're going to move to the left side. $600. Just be ready. 858, 845, 835. But don't give a candle till I read that other number goes down. 847, 860, 826, 1 candle, 3 donations. Give her a hand. Thank you. 827, we'll give another candle, same family, but 2 more donations. Same family?
They're big
Different way you're
personalities.
spending other people's money.
Yeah.
I love that. Way in the back, I thought I saw a number way in the back. 828,
Sierra.
start back there, 828. Anybody else on this side for 600? Remember, we should be, that should be. Remember what we're trying to get to. Our goal is to take advantage of the $25,000 match, and that should have been 6. What do we got so far? 11.
So far, and 826 did 3 donations, 827 did 2.
So what's the total?
11.
This side, $600. Go right up the aisle, gang. 843, 830, Sally, you said 2. 830, 1 candle, 2. 817, 1 candle, 2 donations. 850, 2. 1 candle, 2. 806 is 2 donations. You good, guys? Ready to go back? 848. All right, oh, we did a candle post. They did well. 852. Right there, Chad, keep your name up to get your candle. Jen got it. 810. 825. 851, did you already have your candle? Okay. 851,
We good? 846. 816. Again, these are 600. 802. He gets one candle. Way in the back, 834. Ma'am, standing in the middle, your number. Oh, I thought I had a cell. I visioned things.
Now she's working.
Oh, she was just waving. All right, what did we get on that round? Good response.
31.
31 total, Lenny?
18.6.
18.6. Yeah, it is. That's really commendable. We're good. Anybody else in the $600 limit before we drop? And you don't have to feel bad about dropping.
It's 29 total that did 600.
29 total that did 600. Did you lose track, money? I'll agree with that number. Okay. 17.4 is where we're at. Now, $300. Let me just remind you, anytime, if you get to the table to check out and you want to add to the campership, just make that specific because we do keep that money for kids that needed to be here. Here we go. Let's start on this side at $300. You go to the far left. We're going to start way in the back. 824. 824. 842. 811. Right in front of you now. There you go. 844. These are 300s. 859. 840. If we're out of candles, it would be great, they'll even be 55 governors. You know what we had?
Yeah.
You told me 55. Nice. All right, let's come back. Anybody else on this side for 300? This one I always say, I feel like a sidewalk. Just raise your hand one more time. I'll see that. After 841. 822. 848, that middle four is hard to read. 848. Anybody else on this side from 300? 843. 856. I see Joanne, I'll come by. 831. Now Joanne, 814. I mean, you got it on.
That's 13.
Pardon?
13.
I see 14 more candles.
That's what I'm looking at. 39. I like my math, 22. Let's see, somebody check our math out. $300. Yeah, but anyhow, we got enough accountants in the second row. $300 we need, we're gonna do that. So that's, we're getting really close. We just need, how many more candles? One,
We got
two.
plenty more candles.
Oh, we got plenty more
Yeah, we'll
candles?
give them over there.
Oh, and back there, this is cool. $300, raise your hand, we need to get at least $2,500 more dollars. Or I'll challenge anybody to just give me $2,400 and you get the rest of the candles. 835, you want a 300? 300, you want more? Any way we get there, it don't matter.
We want to take use of the generosity of another donor. Anybody else, $300? I want to be upfront so we can get it all. Pardon? Yeah, do that, and we're going to celebrate when we take advantage of the 25,000. Thank you so much. Thanks for putting feet on the street. And all these leftover candles, people, you listening? If they add an extra $100 to their check, and they check out even their candles.
We do have some people that donated online before this, so we want to send them a candle too.
Well, that's good.
But, yeah.
I got little birthday candles. That's what we don't need extra candles. They need to be in your house so people can tell the story. That's where that comes from. All right, let's go. We're back to, you guys pretty much ready to go? You're back to normal?
Yes.
Back online? Equalizer staff finely tuned over there, I'll tell you what. All right, let's roll. We're going to remember lunch for everyone. You're welcome to stay. And we take some time to pick up the chairs, bring the tables, hear the stories, and spend an afternoon here at Bethany Purchase. Lot number 61, you good? Pancho Guerrero? You're good? Here we go. Lot number 61. On your $500 gift certificate, give me 500 go, dollar for dollar. Where do we go? 500 roll. 500, 500, 500. Where is that store, Fred? Is that Liverpool? Killington, 500 go, 500. They already gave 5.5, 5.5. Out of 5 to 5.5, 600 to the 6.5, 6.5, 700, 7.5, 700 7. Out of 6, I got you 700, 700, 6.5, 700, 6.5. Sir, your number is 843. Thank you, 843. Take a look at the two cutting boards. And again, by Maxim, you get one, get the two. Step right up here. And we're going, what do we do on that one? $100 a piece, 100 go to 50. I'm going to go to 50, to 15, to 25, up to 10, 10, 10, let's roll. Up to 10, up to 20, we get 10, 20. Up to 10, we get 20, up to 10, we get 50, 15, up to 20, up 5, we get 30, we get 30, 30, 35, 35, 40, 40 a piece, 45, 50, 50, 50, 60. Out of 50, 60, 70, 70, 70. I have 60, 70, you're out. Of the 70, out of 60, we get 70, you get 70, 70, 70, we get 80, 80, we get 80. I said we get 80, or somebody we get $80. Sally, $70 your number is. Or do you want them both? It's a his and a her. 830, 830. I think Paul said he wants them both. Julie, you want, which one did you take? Are you good? She took the brown one. Julie, do you want the other one left? And your number is? 807. I want to confuse Sally, okay? And if you all think you saw Gladys Trask sitting here today, her memory is sitting here with her lovely sister Sally, came in from Middlebury, Indiana. So thanks, Sally. It was good to see you involved. Lot number 64, Broad Rock Carpentry Company. Oh, I was so excited to talk about this startup company. Two-wheel gardening cart. There we go. From Woodstock, what we got? We have purchase some mountain lumber, good for, and a 5, where am I at? Oh, I got the 2-wheel. I checked. You can use it for gardening or whatever. Where do you give me $100 to go? $50 to go to get 50, over 50, here to 25, 25 over to 50, here to over to 50, over to 25, 50, 50, 75, over to 50, now 75, 100, 1 quarter, I am 1 quarter, out of 1, I have 1 quarter, down to 88 quarter, 1 quarter, $100, Janie, your number is? They expect you to work now. 835, 835. Now we're on to lot number 64, one of the largest construction companies in the Northeast. Mr. Fred, he can only go 50 miles and then his elastic band pulls him back. 8 hours of labor on a project of your choice. Materials are extra. And again, what do we do on that one? $400 to go.
4, I can go, we get 4, I get 4.5. How about 4, we get 4.5, we get 4.5, we get 5, 5.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7.5, 7.5, 800, over 8, you get 8.5, 8.5, over 8 can be 8.5, out of 800, 8.5, out of 8 can be 50 on the dot, out of 8 can be 8.5. $800, man, your number is 856. Is over at 856. Take a look at lot number 65, 9 pads on your lap quilt, and you call it a blanket or a wall hanging. Where do you give me? That's pretty. Where do you give me 75 here? Then 75, over 50 here, 50, 50, over 50 here, 25, over 50. Over 25, over 50, over 50, 50, over 25, 50, 50, 75, over 50, over 75, and 75, over 50, 75. I 50, 75, 100, 1 quarter, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 175, over 2, 2 quarter. 2 1/4, 2 1/4, you go back, 2 1/4, half, 2 1/2, over 2 1/4, half, over 2 1/4, take it over 2 1/2, you can shoot it over 2 1/4, half, over 2 1/4, half, drop, and over 2 1/4, half, over 2 1/4, half, 2 1/4, Dave, your number is 842 to the left side, 842. Take a look at your Penview Farms chocolate milk, and we have, this is really chocolate. This is good milk. You will drive to Broad Street, Dublin for the next jar. Chad, what do we talk about? The jars come back to here, right? They recycle, whether we can or bring them back down. Penview Chocolate Farms, right on Broad Street outside of Dublin, still farming today. Give me $200 a gallon. Maybe $50 to go. I would get 50 of it, 75. I would have 50 of it, 75, 75, 100, 175, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 175, 175, 2. I would have 175 over the 2. You doubted me. I have 175 over the 200. I have 175 over the 200. I have 175 over the 200. 175 over the 200. 175, Phil. How many do you want? Takes one, your number. We can put them back in the fridge if they don't get drank. That's your response. 850. Way in the back. Where's my second last bit of 821. How many do you want? 2. He takes 2. 170. Phil. 826. How many? 1. Anybody else? 175. Way in the back by the pole. I'll get 872. I'm going to get Cheryl Hayes. 817. 1. 806. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have one more. Brandon. 858. Got it. Thank you. Put them back in the fridge. Yeah. All right. Unique brand snacks. And away we go. So they're all healthy, right? Yes, they're all healthy, Jane. It's healthy snacks. Where do you give me $200? $50 to go. We got a 50 and 25. How do I get 25 over 25, 35 over 25, 35, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85 over 95, 95, 105, 15 and quarter, 1 1/4, 1 1/4 over 115, 1 1/4, how about 115, 1 1/4, over 1 1/4 over 1 1/4, Joanne, you're out. How about 115 now, 1 1/4, 115, way in the back, 853, 853. Great bench on whatever this is. Lot number 68. This is pretty cool. I looked at this back. You know, if there's ever a leather maker or shoemaker in your family, here's what they had. The only thing really missing on this is there was always a leather seat where the shoemakers sat. But I did see a lot of the tools in the drawer. You got a lot of the copper tools in there. Again, the days going by. Simpler life. Now we get rubber soles we thrown away, okay? And then I asked our shoemaker at home, but I'll still get my. I said, how do Crocs affect the things? Out of here. Anyhow. Oh, lot number 68, Antique Cobbler's Bank. And again, 100 to go. Make a good coffee table. 100 and 150, $100 to go. 50, 75. How about 50 now? 75, 75 more than 50, 75. How about again 50 now? 75 more than 75, 75, 100. 75 more than 1 year out. How about 75, 100. 75 more than 1 year, 1, 75, 1, 75, 100. Thank you, man. 75. Enjoy. Your number is 856, 856. Cookie of the Month Club. You have heard about this since Susie was really little. And now you're going to get cookies of the month for 9 months, starting with the day. They come from King Arthur Cookie Cookbook and plenty of TLC and butter. Any cookie is edible with a lot of butter. So Amber and the kids, we started this, I remember when there was only one kid or child. Okay? And they have kept this tradition going. What do you give me, $200? 2.5, 2.5. How would I do to get 2.5? Then we're going to do 2.25. How would I do to get 2.25? 200, 2.25, 2.5, 275, 300, 3.25, 3.25, 3.25, 3.25. I have 300, 3.25, 3.25, 3.5, 3.5, 3.25, half, 3.5, 375, 4.25, 4.5, 75, 5.5, 600, 1.5, 700, 1.5, 800, 8.5, 8.5, 900, 10, 10. Remember what I told you, there's spending other people's money. 10, 1,100, out of 10, and thanks for your help, Jack. Out of 10, we get 11, out of 10, we get 11, out of 10, we get 1,100. Tell them, thank you. $10, 832, 832. And we can ship that person to Campbell, okay? Lot number 70, John Barnwell, take a look at this. Oil painting, and what do we do on that one? Jacqueline over the street, give me 75 here, we're framed and ready to hang up. I'll take a 50, I'll take a 50, 50, 50, 25, follow over to 50, 120, follow over to 50, 35, follow over to 35, 25, 35, 35, over to 45, follow over to 45, over to 35, 45, I have 30, follow over to 45, follow over to 45, 35, over to 45, 35, 806. All these popcorn, they're just putting it in, you know. All right, talking about food. And Nate, I saw Bronwyn and Nate the other week, and I said, which eight do I get? Okay, the back eight or the front eight? But this is Nate and Bronwyn, Sour Leicester, and they are on Moorwood. What's their road, honey? Hunsaker Road, Franklin Township. Growing locally, and so however they divide it, you pick it up at their farm when it's ready. So that means this one is still free ranging and happy as can be. But it's contributing to society in the making. So you're getting 8. If you know what beef prices are right now, they're out of sight. So you get it on and you get it at 8. So you get the whole one. That's a lot of beef. Here we go. Boy, you give me $500 and go. 500 and go and get 500. 500. He'll notify you when it is ready to be picked up. I'll give you 200. Get me going. What do you do? Quarter, 3.5, 3.75, 3.25, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 75, 400. I have 3.75, 4. I have 3.75, 4, half, 4.5, 500, 5.5, 5.5, 600, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. You're going to do it with John. So I was 6.5, 6.5. I have 600, 6.5, 700, 7. I have 6.5, 700, 6.5. I have 675. I hope you vote. I have 6.5, 675, 675. We're 6.5, 75. We're 75. We're 75. 6.5. Chad, 853. 853. Now Chad's going to bring that back as venison next year. You will. Okay. And we have a book.
what I like, folks, is to the meeting, we can add anything in that was donated before the list was made. And, you know, I always say to people, if you tell us to sell it again, there's your real donation. We're gonna go to 73 and a $30 gift certificate to the Skinny Pancake and Water Bottle sticker. There we go. There is no 72. Yeah. But it's okay, we're human. But I'm going to do in the order, so I can computerize now. That is- I'm not going there. Are you okay, sir, if we go 73? It's like my girl said, Dad, just don't touch the people, if you're right there, okay? Lot number 73, because it's on the list, $30 gift certificate to the Skinny Pancake and Water Bottle sticker. What do you give me, $50 to go? 25 to go, 30, get me going, I shouldn't say it, 30, you get 40, out of 30, you get 40, you get 40, 40, you get 30, 40, out of 30, you get 40, you get 30, you get 40, you get 30, you get 40, 40, 50, 50, out of 50, 50, 60, 60, I got 70, you got 70, 70, that's they're skinny. 70, I got 80, I got 80, out of 70, I got 80, I got 70, I got $80, $70, Denise, your number on that, and it's 806. Now, I'm turning the page, but we're going to go to number 72. And this looks almost like it would match the other one, the color's pretty much the same. And away we go. That's a little small, that's a 3x5, the other one is 4x6. You would catch that. And again, somebody's starting on this one, $5 to go. 500, 500, 200, 80, 200, 200, do 100, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 1/2, 175, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 75, 275, 300, 3 1/2, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 1/2, 375, 400, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 1/4, 4 1/4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 1/2. Julie, I'm looking right over you, so don't worry. I'm 4 1/4, 4 1/2, I'm 4 1/4. 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 1/4. I said there before, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 1/4, 4 1/2. Been accused of not listening. $400, $822. $822. Thank you. One weekday afternoon at the BBC Climbing Wall, pizza party dinner included, and Brandon, does still make the pizza for that? We got one weekday afternoon of climbing that wall over there and followed up with a pizza party here. What do you give me, $500 under the supervision of Mr. B? 500, we get 200. I'm gonna give you 200, you get 2, we get 2 1/2. I'm gonna do it, we get 2 1/2, I'm gonna do it, 2 1/4. I'm gonna do 100, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 75, 275, I'm going 300. I'm gonna do 75, 3 you're out in the aisle, 3 other 3 1/4. I'm gonna 3 now, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 now, 3 1/4. I'm 3, I'm 3 1/4, you're out the back, I'm 3 now, 3 1/4. $300 on the aisle, your number is 837, 837. Take a look at lot number 75. It's the I Spy 12, over 150 different objects on here. And again, as Mary has been known to say, I just love making them. And again, we go, give me 200 to go, 200 to go, you get a 50, I'm gonna get a 50 unit, 25, over and 50 units, 75, over and 75, 100, 1 and a quarter, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 175, over and 2, and 2. I have 175, over and 2, and 200. I have 175, over and 2, you do 175, over. Joanne, did you take a look? 175, over and 200. 175, Sandy, 848, 848, turn around and going that way. Come on, Teddy Bear. And what are you doing that one? And the $25 gift card is a Red Wagon toy company. The Teddy Bear has a Bethany Burgess shirt on it. So if you donated a camper ship, put this stuffed bear right next to the camera. Wouldn't that be a cool memory? And again, we go. What do we do on that one? 75 here. I'm going to go to 75, 50. Where am I? Bethany Burgess alumni. 50 of them, 75. I'm going to 50 now. 75, over and 75, over and 50, 75. I'm going to 50 of them, 75, over and 75, over and 50, 75, over and 75. I'm 50 at 75. One more time with 50 now. 75, over and 50 now. 75. $50. Bruce, $8.25. $8.25. Take a look right here. We're on lot number 77, basket of Asher's chocolate. Yeah, they're sort of habit forming. It's chocolate covered pretzels. They are local Montgomery County company, which has now moved out to Franklin Township. What do you give me $200 on the basket of Asher chocolate? 200 to go. We give it 50. I'm going to 50, 50 unit 25, follower 50 unit 25, 50. I have 20 followers, 35 followers, 30 followers, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 75, 85, 85, 105, 15, 115, man. 115, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half. How about 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half? How about 1 and a quarter? Go to Dave's office now. How about 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, and 150, 50, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 75. You're still not even 175, 200, man. How about 175, and then 200, and then 2, you paid 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, half, 2 and a half. Out of 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter, half, up to 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half. 2 and a quarter, Mr. Gasho, 832. If you want a sample, go to the Gasho Cabinetry and everything else they do, and they'll be on Dave's desk, okay? Take a look at lot number 78, non-holiday lift tickets to Stratton Mountain Resort, okay? And it is a non-holiday. Would that be like, they don't want you there on the physical? You can go, it's not a holiday, okay? So just check on your calendar if it's a holiday. And Stratton Mountain is where? Bennington? South, okay. And that'd be growing, am I right? There's 2 bays at the bottom. Starting in my geography. Where is south? Bennington?
Yeah, Bennington is south, but Burlington is north.
Am I looking north or south? All I know is it's a pretty neat view, that's all I can say. You're buying it as one item, and you go, you get $200 to go. 200 to go, you get right off the road. How are you gonna 50? Hey, you're gonna 50, you're gonna 50, 50, you're gonna 25, followers, 25, followers, 50, how about 20 followers, 50, you're gonna followers, 50, 75, followers, 75, 100, 75, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, half, 1 half, 75, 175 followers, 200, 2, sir, 2, 2 quarter, 2 quarter, 2 quarter, 2 quarter, I think you should. How about 2, 100, quarter, 2 quarter, 2 quarter, how about 2, I forgot you don't ski, how about 2 quarter, 1 2 now, 2 quarter. $200 away, sir. Number is 837. 837. Take a look at 79. Sugar Bush Farm basket, locally produced Sugar Bush cheese and Vermont goods. Step right up here. And what's that new board that everybody uses? Joe's Artery? Yeah. Who created that word? That never even matters. Oh, where the food from? Hey, when you give me $200, all the cheeses, 50 I have, 75. How would I get 50 now? 75, 75, 75, 100, 75, 175, 100, 575, 85, 95, 75, 95, 95, 105, 195, 105, 595, 105, 195, 105, 15, 105, 15, 115, 105, ma'am, 812, right on this side. 812. And lot number 80, before I do the last 2 lots, we call everybody, we're going to help do chairs, clean up, 12:30, is that when you want to do dinner?
Yeah, but I got staff that are gonna help with chairs.
No, okay.
They don't gotta worry about it.
All right, here's what I want to do. Board members are the secret to any organization. We have past board members, we have present board members. If you, because they get a strict order when we try to do a benefit, they're on the front line asking for contributions. And then the second rule is if I can't get a bidder, they're in it. Okay? If you are on the present Bethany Burgess board, raise your hand. And if you've ever served on the Bethany board, raise your hand. more importantly, inflation has set in, and the present board members make twice as much as past board members. Here we go. Lot number 8, Plymouth Artist, Peace Banner, stuck right up here. What do you give me, $300? 500, 200, give me going, they do, let me go, I'm gonna get a 50, I'm gonna get a 50, and a 50, 50, and a 50, now 25, they would get a 25, I'll work a 50, and a 25, 50, I'm gonna 50, 75, 100, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 175, 1 and 2, 102, 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, quarter, 2 and a half, 3, 75, 5, 75, I'm gonna 2 and a half, 2 and 75, 5, 75, 2 and a half, 75, 2 and a half, 840, and Goldie Welding Gift Basket. They are, again, local sponsors. They are steady camp sponsors. I see them. Our Meadowland sponsorships are Spruce Lake and up here. And their gift basket is just a lot of good stuff. You know where you're going? We're going to go right up. Goldie Welding full of snacks. And again, I keep telling them, get up here with your motorhome, and they think they should be heading to Florida by this time of year. What do you give me, $300? We'll wrap it up. Here we go, give me $100 and roll. 100 and a half, 1 and a half. I don't want to have 1 and a half. They roll up to me 175, 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 275. 275, you can tell, 275, 300, and 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, and a 3 now, 3 and a quarter. How about 300, 3 and a quarter, and a 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, and a 3 now, 3 and a quarter. Don't run out on me, guys, $300, your number, sir. 831. 831. Now, if somebody did not get a scholarship before because they were waiting to get it, is there anybody else? $600 scholarship, 1 week campership, signified strictly for camper scholarships. Anybody else? 600. 300 is a half a week. Anybody else? 300. Just settle tight. Where are we at total?
Sandy, I got
Can you stall? Don't excuse him because you're gonna, I'm sure Meatball has the whole thing.
Well, so there were 9 people who gave before the auction to the Kids Camp through the auction website.
Okay.
For a total of $5,600.
Okay.
And we were at 21.4.
Yep.
So.
We got 25, that total.
So we gotta add 25, so that's 56.
So cool, I'm up here doing the fences. Tell me again.
So we got 56,767. We need to add 25 to that. That's pretty good.
Well, I can about don't mess up my high-tech 81,760.
There we go. Reload.
There it is.
Reload it. Reload it. Reload it.
This is fun.
It is. I- We got a camp song for sure. Okay. Yeah, let's do it now while the lights are on. For some people might be in a hurry, go out in the car.
I had a surprise, and I was gonna do that before lunch. But Sandy suggested, well, we'll all see it, we'll do it now, we say our lunch prayer, and then when it's time for lunch, we'll just eat, so if that's cool.
Every time you listen.
Just a moment, it's not quite prepared.
I catch you off guard. We can sing. Lenny, he left.
What's next, I Now, for those of you who don't know, this June, Meatball said, "Tuna and cheese, could I speak with you?" So we sat down, and she said, "I think it is time for me to do something else. I would like to do that in October and move on." Meatball started with Bethany Burst in the summer of 2017. In 2019, she was set to run the day camp. The program director at that time needed to step away in April. So I called Meatball and asked if she could run the resident camp instead of the day camp. She questioned my judgment. Why? Well, the experience level was not quite there yet, like it is today. So she questioned my judgment, and she said if I had help, I would consider it. She left at the end of the summer to return to her regularly scheduled plans. And when I heard that her plans changed, I called her again and suggested that she just come full time. Since she was an adult, she was out of college, you know why not? So she thought about it and was here to run resident camp that winter. 5 years later, she's moving on. And we will all miss her diligent and thorough management. We miss her patience, especially in the moments when a camper or staff person needs a listening ear. There are many things we will miss about Meatball. To commemorate some of those things, we have prepared a stack of dear friend letters, except they're dear Meatball letters. Peggy, would you like to read your letter?
Sure.
And then you can hand it to Cheeks to read her letter.
Dear Meatball, I love that you will always laugh with me about the silly little things like playing mermaids in the pond. You have taught me to give myself grace and have confidence in myself. I'll take that with me everywhere, and I will never forget it. You are one of my biggest role models, and I am so blessed to have you as a boss, a mentor, and best friend.
All of these are really good, so I could really read whichever one. So turn to. One thing I would add that I wasn't asked to add, we're all gonna add it, is that Meatball encourages campers to write these letters at the end of each week. Some of you have received the letters that she's encouraged campers to write. And she does not only send them to people who give money at the auction, she hangs them in the office to remind us on the dark winter days why we're doing this work. She reads them to staff at the end of a hard week to help them remember there's so much good happening despite how tired you are in the moment. So I hope you all like this stack of dear friend letters. You read them in those moments that hopefully will never come for you going forward, but if they do, you'll have these. So mine says, Dear Meatball, I love so many things about Meatball, and as of late, I've been inspired by her passion to complete her commitments and her ability to care for others, regardless of what else is happening. I remember calling Meatball from the old office in the basement back in 2015 or 14 maybe, requesting her to join us on staff, and she said, I think I need to stay home this summer. And then I worked with her in the current office in 2019 as she took on the task of running the UC program. And I remember many, many meetings. I love all the snapshots in my mind of her holding my children and making them feel safe. There are so many wonderful memories. I've learned many things from Meatball over the years, but what stands out to me as unique is the way Meatball has taught me to give hugs. I am not a hugger, but when I hug Meatball, I do my very best to make it a strong, meaningful hug. And I hug people now more than I ever have. And I think as I continue to hug people, I will think of Meatball, and I will try to make each hug count. Meatball, I hope you have the best hugs in your future. And each time you give and receive a hug, I hope you are overwhelmed and inundated by the hugs you gave out here that showed so many people just how much God loves them. I can't wait to give you a hug. In my mind, she was reading this like.
Babs told me this would be a good way to do it. Here we go. Babs also selected her for her a puppy dog.
It's a
No,
red
it's a
panda.
red panda.
Look at it from a distance. There are a few other goodies in here. And this is an award that says thank you for your guidance.
Sure, I'll come up with something. The decision to move on from camp was a very hard one. Family is part of it, and I head back down to Pennsylvania, so I'm near my nieces and nephews and my siblings. But I think I know that I'm leaving this place with a lot of different skills than I expected myself to learn. Like, what do you do when a child runs away into the woods? How do you calm them down and get them back? Or what happens when a grate falls all the way into the fire and the food spills in there as well? Or what do you do when a counselor can't do their job because they're so exhausted? So I take with me a lot of things that I've learned and a lot of staff members, a lot of who are here from current years. And I say thank you to those staff members because they taught me a lot in how to be patient with people, and how to do things differently than what's inside of my head. And yeah, I think very confident that I will be back to volunteer. You'll probably see me at next year's auction. Who knows what job I'll be doing? But yeah, I feel very thankful for this place and how it has helped me shift my faith into one that is a lot more honest and a lot more curious and able to like take in other people's point of views. That's something that I will continue to hold on to. And yeah, just thank you for the notes and just feel very thankful, so thank you.
I'm gonna take the liberty. We're gonna call this a board meeting, okay? Meatball? Are you listening?
No, I wasn't.
No one was grandpops, the one didn't talk, the other one talked all the time, so she's a good mix. I don't know where these crazy names came up. So I'm gonna make a motion that we retire Meatball forever. There will never be anybody else will be a Meatball running through these hills. Can I have a second? That is a motion. Can I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
I'll be the meatball.
You're the Meatball
Running.
forever. There will never
But I'll
be,
be coming back to running with.
there will never be another Meatball here. Other guys, maybe Pancho Guerrero, tuna fish. I never could figure that out, and I never asked because I didn't know if I wanted to know. Okay. We're gonna ask the blessing for the food, the dinner. Thanks so much for making the trip up here and being part of this community. We have been part of it. It's the future. Dear Lord, we thank you for Bethany Burgess, and we thank you especially for Meatball and all the previous meatballs that have come through these areas, and let them be with the future as we continue to strive to keep all these places running. Competition, normal technology, and all that. Bless the food. Thanks to the hands that prepared it. Be with us as we go our separate ways, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Amen. You're excused, right?
Yep.
So the food will be out when the food group says Meatball has her team of janitors and will clean up.
I got one out. All morning. I kept going. Fred, what'd you learn? Oh my
I didn't have start with my years, but I feel like I'm always running around. Are we bringing them upstairs? I know, I tried to.
I was learning as I was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad to get you. Good. Like right in front of the camera. Let's go see the Is someone gonna, oh, Matt, what a picture. Is someone gonna doll me? Stop it. What?
I just didn't see it. That's what I'm saying.